right, Darrell. Casey knows that Elliott's not going to give up the bottom of that racetrack.
No red flag from here on out. If the caution comes out, it's over. A 3-lap shootout.
He got about another half a car length. 3 laps to go.
I believe if he ever gets a run on him off the 4, there could be a last lap pass here coming to the line.
They may catch Johnny Sauter in that 30 car. He's about 15 car lengths out there in front of him.
He got done for you, 1 or 2, man. Just hit your marks down here.
There goes Casey to the high side again. He got a run right there in the middle of the corner.
Just looking. Just looking. You all right, buddy?
Ooh, he's touched the wall, I think, with the right rear.
2 to go. And you know what? Of these 200,000 people, no one is sitting down.
Nope. Boy, Sadler took it deep into turn 1 and opened up a big lead. 2 car lengths.
That could be the difference right there. I know Casey's good in 3 and 4, but
coming to the white,
I don't know. He just doesn't seem to be able to get alongside of him.
But here's his strong point, Darrell. He runs it in high through 3 and 4. Elliott Sadler gets a good bite on the bottom. They'll be coming to the white flag this time.
Now we need that 30 car to get out of the way. Here he comes on, looking outside, looking outside. This is his move right here. He saved this. He saved the outside move, if it'll work or not.
And right there where Elliott Sadler been the strongest through the middle of 1 and 2. They're going to run up on the lap car. Johnny Sauter, half a lap to go.
And Casey Kane almost ran out of racetrack exiting turn number 2.
He's got one more shot, boys. It's going to be right here.
Lap car is going to cause it. Lap car is going to cost Elliott Sadler the race.
I don't know, Darrell. I believe Elliott Sadler shut the door high on him. He's going to shut the door high on him.
Sadler had to look for Sauter. Here comes Kane. Sadler by half a car length.
I thought that lap car was going to cost him a race.
Johnny Sauter did all he could do to get to the bottom of the racetrack. Elliott Sadler had to lift for a moment to be able to clear Sauter, and that almost handed the race to Casey Kane. Margin of victory, 3/100ths of a second.
And Casey Kane's lost 2 races now by just a few hundred. Rockingham and now today.
Less than a car length. Jeff Gordon finishes 3rd. Dale Earnhardt Jr. 4th.
Tell you, Max Pappas is not cutting him any favors. That really closed the gap considerably between Johnson and Gordon right there. And that time by, there was 3/10 difference in the leader back to Jimmy Johnson. I tell you, you don't seal the deal in one of these races until the white flag's out.
No, and that lead is now down to 0.8 of a second with 5 to go.
That slow traffic, that lap traffic really played havoc. Max Pappas didn't mean to get in the way, couldn't get out of the way.
Look at Gordon's car. It's starting to get a little loosey-goosey,
a little
Darrell.
twitchy.
He's having to toss and catch it
now. I tell you, they're going to be pretty dadgun close when they come here to get the white flag in a few more laps. He's better off turn. Jeff Gordon's better off turn 2. But Jimmy Johnson is much better down here in 3 and 4. And they run a little bit different line down here. Jimmy runs a little higher, gets a lot of momentum, and really closes right there. But he isn't going to get there in time, although there is a couple of lap cars up here.
Kurt Busch has passed Jeff Burton. That's for the 8th position as we're on the final lap.
That 43 car is going to be right in Jeff Gordon's way. It's right where he likes to run. It's going to slow him down a little bit. I don't think Johnson's got enough speed. He's going to go high down here in 3 and 4. Try to get a lot of momentum off of turn 4. It's going to be too little too late.
But he packed her down into turn 3 and 4. But like you say, it's just not going to be enough.
17 tries at Texas. 17 is the lucky number for Jeff Gordon. He finally wins in Texas.
Pit crew, y'all better pat yourself on the back, boys. That's what we're talking about. That's the way to do it. Jeffrey, I'm proud of you all day, man. You drove just a hell of a race.
Yes, he did.
Behind us, he don't make it easy, does he? Where'd he come from? You beat that boys in a place like this. You've done it. Proud of this team. Proud of all the work y'all put in. Y'all deserve it.
Not since October 2007 at Lowe's Motor Speedway has Jeff Gordon had a chance to drive to victory lane in a NASCAR Sprint Cup point race. It's his first victory in his last 48 starts. His 14th win on a 1.5 mile track.
That race was partially won right there on pit road. That's his 10th win with crew chief Steve Letarte.
I'm anxious to see what kind of burnouts the old boy can do, because he hadn't done any for a while.
No. In fact, didn't he kind of used to be anti-burnout?
Yeah, he used to wouldn't do this. He thought it was
he's been saving this one up for a long time.
Kenseth knows as we're coming to 2 laps to go, if he sees that white flag, that all he has to do is make that last lap, because we'll have us a race then.
He won here in 2002. He's had 11 top 10s here, 8 top 5s. He's finished top 5 3 of the last 4 Texas races.
Or you might want to update those statistics on the caution flags within the last 20-some laps.
We'll be back here in a year.
Maybe it has. Maybe it's because it's a night race. That changed everything.
Put a little exclamation.
That's right. Little exclamation point. Here we go.
White flag coming for Carl Edwards. Boyer all alone in second. Kenseth out front. Boyer all alone in second.
I think there's some cars running out of gas here, Larry. I see the 24 slow down the back.
He was one of the cars that was trying to stretch the fuel a lap more than Stewart.
And Stewart's out. Edwards
out
passes him.
Yep, Stewart's out of gas.
But here comes Matt Kenseth.
He's not out of gas.
For Roush Fenway Racing. What a night for Kenseth. He will win the Samsung Mobile 500. 8 seconds back. Clint Boyer is going to finish second. And the battle evaporated between Stewart and Edwards when Stewart ran out of gas. Edwards is going to have to hold off Biffle and does. Then Menard. Then Ambrose, 3 car lengths ahead of David Reagan, Jimmy Johnson, and Dale Earnhardt Jr.
And Kurt Busch got a top 10 finish out of that 22 car. And there you see Tony Stewart out of gas.
Sort of reminiscent of New Hampshire at the end of last year.
Stewart finishes 12th, last car on the lead lap. Matt Kenseth scores his first win in the last 77 races, not since Auto Club Speedway, February 2009, as he driven to victory lane. It's the 8th win here for Roush Fenway. And Matt becomes the 6th different winner in 7 races this year. He gets a bonus point for winning and another bonus point for leading the most laps tonight, 169 of them. Who had Kenseth in the pool?
No one.
Some nights are like that.
We all said every one of us said we should
have picked Matt Kenseth.
The victory was Jimmy Johnson.
I'm pretty impressed that Jimmy Johnson can hang on here with that car being in the shape it's in. Looks like he's going to manage to finish second.
Mark Martin's been able to gain no ground in trying to become NASCAR's oldest Sprint Cup race winner. Not that age is a factor as far as Martin's concerned. Jeff Gordon in 4th, Matt Kenseth in 5th.
The big thing that Greg Biffle wants to see is the white flag. He wants to see that white flag, because when he sees the white flag, we know we've got a race then.
Yeah, everybody's got to hold their position one more time by, and you get the white flag next time.
Kyle Busch has won that battle with Denny Hamlin as they fought for 12th place, the last 2 cars on the lead lap. And now that they're single file, perhaps Biffle will work his way past them. He has 3.2 seconds in the bank on Jimmy Johnson.
No need to push. Just ride. White flag, 1 to go. It's a race.
White flag right there. White flag.
Final lap. 49 races since Greg Biffle's last win. It came in Kansas in the fall of 2010.
I think Marcus Ambrose out of gas down the back.
Oh. Down low, not at speed, is Ambrose, but he's going to make it around. And here comes Biffle to become the 6th different winner of 2012. Greg Biffle wins the Samsung Mobile 500. Jimmy Johnson comes home second, 3.2 seconds back.
Mark Martin. Awesome job, buddy. Awesome job. Thanks, man. Appreciate it, guys. Thanks for all the hard work today, this weekend.
Mark Martin 3rd, Jeff Gordon, Matt Kenseth, Martin Truex.
3 hours and 7 minutes, 160 mile an hour average. That's a pretty nice night's work.
501 miles.
Yes, sir.
Biffle extends his point lead. He gets 47 points tonight. He led 90 laps, but Jimmy Johnson led the most. Most importantly, it's Biffle's 5th top 10 finish in this season's 7 races.
Nice burrow. Look at this man go.
We were talking about the Sprint All-Star race. Greg Biffle will be in it now. He doesn't have to race his way into it.
He's going to burn down the house.
He is. Going to blow out his hind tires, I can tell you that.
One more time around. 1 lap to go. Presented by Credit One Bank.
That 22 and 18 side by side, that's the best thing that can happen for Austin Dillon. No momentum comes from that 18 or 22, pushing that 8 car back up to the 3.
He wants to take away the draft from the rest of the crew, from everybody behind him. His son, Ace Board, about a month ago, he'll be cheering for Dad. He's going to win at Texas. Austin Dillon gets the win.
I can't believe it. It's a good little ball, man. It's a good little ball, man. Oh, my gosh. Oh, my gosh.
These guys work so hard. These team members work so hard. Richard Childress.
Way to go, Austin. I'm proud of you. Man, I'm proud of you. Congratulations.
Richard Childress, Austin Dillon's grandfather, has put his everything into his race team. Huge day.
Yeah,
Austin Dillon in the playoffs. Who does that knock out?
Remember, last week you said, oh my gosh, Cole Custer winning. Boy, what does that do to the playoffs? How about Austin Dillon now getting a win and locking himself into the playoffs? He's going to burn it down right at the start-finish line. The last win Kyle Busch had was when he won the championship at the end of the year.
6. So good, 6.
Did he save enough fuel through 3 and 4 for the final time down to the bottom of the racetrack? He has done it. He saved enough fuel. Kyle Busch wins at Texas.
There you go, Kyle Busch, thank you. This win, you said it, Rick. He just wanted to continue the streak. You can't go back and start over. 15 years.
And he's got enough fuel to do a burnout. A driver that has so much familiarity with victory lane. He's still 10th all-time on the wins list at 57 career wins in the Cup Series. But this one maybe more sweeter than the most. It had been a struggle all season long, especially after the pandemic break. They had talked about this team always got better from practice and then on to the race. Well, when you eliminate practice and you start at a certain point, they said they just always felt like they were behind and never could catch up during the race. Well, this time they had a great car. They saved the fuel they needed. He's got an M&M's fan there. And a checkered flag again for Kyle Busch. The bow. Helmets coming off. Let's go to Parker.
Well, I think we're all waiting for the bow. Where's the bow? I forgot. Huh. It's been a really long time. It's been a while? We'll give you a second. There it is.